the way that you weave in the world doesn't feel like it holds much shame and guilt. And specifically around your eros, your pleasure practices, sex magic, and what you've been speaking into recently. And I'm curious what your journey has looked like for you around the liberation of your own shame and your guilt, specifically around your eros and your sensuality, because the way that you walk into a space and the way that you claim your presence and the way that you're not apologizing for your presence is so inspiring to me, and also illuminating where I'm still kind of shrinking a little bit. And so I'd love to hear a little bit about your journey.
I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I grew up Southern Baptist, and there was a lot of shame around sexuality, a lot of, we don't talk about that. Self-pleasuring is a sin. It's just for a man and a woman. You only have sex after you're married, like all of that, stuff that most people are swimming in, that conditioning and indoctrination that most of the world is swimming in to some degree. And I remember even at a young age, like having this sweaty man in a khaki suit yelling from the pulpit, telling me what I shouldn't do with my body and being like, that is not it. And then I got to college and I started studying musical theater because that was when I felt the closest to God. And so singing and dancing and acting, I loved it so much. But what I loved was actually the unity that was created in the people, right? Like being on stage with a group of people dancing in unison, singing in harmony, all working towards this creative goal. Like that felt like divine play to me. But the thing I would always get cast as was the whore. Like I would joke that I'm so diverse. I could be an English whore, a French whore, a German whore, an American whore.
Oh, the 50 Shades of Whore.
Yeah. And so even though it was a character, it was roles that I was playing, but I was dancing in my sexuality then. And then I got on Broadway. And I was on Broadway for 10 years and I became world class at making people want me. I was professional at knowing how to be wanted, to move every part of my body, move my eyes, like bring people in, be like the embodiment of this like show girl, right? But I did not know want. I did not know my own desire until very recently. And so, I was very much sitting quietly in a chair, teaching meditation, speaking about neuroscience, framing this stuff as a high performance tool, which I'm very proud of. But then 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, my life really radically changed when I asked for a divorce. And then 3 weeks later, I met Layla Martin, your roommate, my now best friend, world famous Tantra teacher, and my cosmic lover, Adam. And then a few months later, I moved in with Regina Thomashower, AKA Mama Gina. And so all three of these people in my life have been these huge liberating forces, talk about a walking permission slip, like that they've dedicated their whole lives to deconditioning themselves and deconditioning hundreds of thousands of other people. And so I've had the very good fortune of intimately weaving with these people, and anything that was left, any shame, any conditioning, any stories left, have really transmuted over these past few years. So it's like I already knew how to tap into that eros, right? Like I've been dancing with it my whole life. To be on stage and to be magnetic, you have to play with sexual energy, even if you're not doing it consciously. Like I watched Hugh Jackman in a Broadway show a few months ago, and I was like, oh, like now that I can see it, now that I can see sexual energy, like this man is masterful. Like he's basically making love to 3,000 people at the same time energetically. That's why he's so charismatic. But I don't know that I consciously could see that before. So it's been this combo platter of like natural aptitude to tap into it, and then really good fortune of calling in and magnetizing great people. And I still have a lot of work to do. I still have a lot of work to do.